Now next is the law of constant proportion. What is law of constant proportion? The scientist Proust formulated the law of constant proportion. In a compound, the constituent elements are always present in a definite proportion by weight. In a compound means, for example, water is a compound. What is water contain? Hydrogen and oxygen. Means in a water, H2O, this is the molecular formula. Two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen combines to form water molecule. So this water is formed by fixed proportion of mass 1:8. 1:8 means one part one part 1:8 means hydrogen and oxygen 1:8 proportion is fixed. How one? H2O, you know, H2O means two parts of hydrogen. What is the mass of hydrogen? One hydrogen mass is 1, therefore two parts of hydrogen. And what is oxygen mass? 16. So 2:16 divided by 2, so 1:8. Yes. So this proportion is fixed. Similarly, in case of carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide, nitrogen dioxide, the proportion of the elements is same by mass. This is called as a law of constant proportion, or it is called as a law of definite proportion. So in a chemical substance, the elements are always present in a definite proportion by mass. Now see the explanation about the law of constant proportion through this video. You clear it, the law of constant proportion. Please watch this video, you understand.
Law of constant proportion. The law of constant proportion was formulated by Proust. According to this law, in a compound, the constituent elements are always present in a definite proportion by weight. For example, in water, the proportion of hydrogen and oxygen is 1:8 by weight, that is, 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 grams of oxygen form 9 grams of water, irrespective of the source. Similarly, carbon and oxygen in carbon dioxide has proportion of 3:8 by weight, that is, 12 grams of carbon reacts with 32 grams of oxygen to form 44 grams of carbon.
Yes. Now this is called as the law of constant proportion. In the first example, compound water. क्या है वाटर कंपाउंड में? वाटर कैसे तैयार होता है? टू एटम्स ऑफ हाइड्रोजन एंड वन एटम ऑफ ऑक्सीजन टू फॉर्म यस वाटर मॉलिक्यूल H2O. तो हाइड्रोजन का मास है 1, इसीलिए 2 हाइड्रोजन है तो डबल 2, सो H2 का मास हो गया 2 और ऑक्सीजन का मास है 16. ऑक्सीजन सिंगल है इसलिए 16 है. सो 2:16. तो 2/16 करो कितना होगा? दोनों को 2 से डिवाइड किया तो क्या होगा? यस मीन्स 2/16. दोनों से 2 से डिवाइड किया तो 2 1 2 2 8 16 means 1/8 means 1:8. So the proportion of hydrogen 1:8 yes is fixed, means 1 gram hydrogen and 8 gram oxygen to form 9 gram of water. means आपने पानी कहाँ से भी लाया, 9 ग्राम वाटर में 1 ग्राम हाइड्रोजन रहेगा और 8 ग्राम ऑक्सीजन रहेगा. ये प्रोपोर्शन हर पानी में फिक्स रहेगा, उसको कहते हैं लॉ ऑफ कांस्टेंट प्रोपोर्शन. अभी सेकंड एग्जांपल है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड CO2. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कैसे बनेगा? कार्बन का एक एटम है एंड ऑक्सीजन के 2 है. यस अभी कार्बन का अगर आप मास करेंगे तो उसका रेशो मास बाय वेट उनका रेशो मीन्स 16. ऑक्सीजन के 2 है सो 1 ऑक्सीजन का 16 तो 2 ऑक्सीजन का हो गया 32 हो गया. यस और कार्बन का कितना हो गया 12. सो 12 16, correct? So divided by means now 12 is to 16 means 12 gram of carbon and 32, sorry, here 12 and 32, 12 in 32. So divided by 4 karo, 12 divided by 4 and 32 divided by 4. So 4 3s are 12 and 4 8s are 32. So what is the ratio? 3 is to 8. So this 3 is to 8 ratio is fixed. Means 3 gram of carbon and 8 gram of oxygen to form 11 gram of carbon dioxide. मीन्स 12 ग्राम एंड 32 ग्राम अगर हमने मिक्स किया, 12 ग्राम कार्बन और 32 ग्राम ऑक्सीजन अगर हमने मिक्स किया तो हमें मिलेगा 44 ग्राम कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का वजन. सो ये जो प्रोपोर्शन है 3:8 प्रोपोर्शन है, फिक्स है. दिस इज प्रोपोर्शन. एंड वजन क्या है, वेट क्या है, 12 ग्राम एंड 32 ग्राम. दैट इज अ फिक्स. सो बाय वेट, सो द प्रोपोर्शन बाय वेट इज फिक्स. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज law of constant proportion. And who proposed this theory? Sir Joseph Louis Proust. So you understand what is the law of constant proportion? In a chemical compound, the combining elements are formed by constant proportion by weight. Means in a chemical reaction, when compounds are formed, the elements are combined in a fixed proportion. That is called as a definite proportion बोलो या fixed proportion बोलो. So law of constant proportion या law of definite proportion या law of fixed proportion, that is called as a law of constant proportion. Please write down these two examples and the statement of this law in your notebook and read it carefully. You remember it. Thank you. Have a nice day.